How many people first time seeing a medium? Oh, we have a lot of first time people, okay. How many people have done this before? Okay, great. So I want to welcome you here. Well, I guess you're welcoming me here because this is where you live now. So thank you for welcoming me here. Want to tell you a little bit about what we're going to do tonight, and first and foremost, we're going to have an enjoyable evening, and we will definitely be connecting with people who have passed over, and that will be a big thing that's going on. So we're going to get started a little bit. I'm just going to kind of tell you a little bit about how I work. That will just kind of help you as you're experiencing what's going on here. And then basically, I'm going to start doing messages. So I'll just start being drawn, picking people that I feel connected to and that their loved ones are coming through. What I will tell you is that what I have found is that this is all very much driven mostly by the people on the other side, mostly the spirits of our loved ones who have passed. So they kind of dictate what goes on in terms of they sort of pick certain people. I'm sort of drawn to certain people and things like that. So as much as it is important for you to be open and to hear the things that I'm saying and to understand and try to keep an open mind, it's really driven by the people on the other side and stuff. So they, I know it's kind of unfair. You pay, but I work for them. So that's unfortunate. So they sort of plan, and they know. Now, it's a combination of a lot of factors. Mostly it's what needs to be said, what needs to be understood. We're all here for some form of healing, even if you have no idea why you're here and you really don't care about being here, even if you want to be here very much. Everybody, I believe, is probably here for a reason. We all get brought together. It's not a coincidence that we're all here tonight. And so the people in the spirit world, they really know what needs to be heard in the room. For example, I did an event last night in Chicago, and there was a woman there who, she didn't make a connection with her specific child who had passed, but another woman who was sitting right next to her did, and there were a lot of parallels and stuff. So she was really healed in a way through that. It really kind of helped her. And so sometimes it doesn't mean that you need to get a specific, message from your loved ones and stuff. But many of you will and stuff. So we'll start, and when the information comes through, I just want to tell you how I work. I see things, I feel things, I sense things, I hear things, I'm told things. There's a knowingness that comes through me and things like that. So basically, any way your loved one can kind of grab my attention and maybe connect with them, they will do that. It can be personalities, names, events, memories, significant things that you did together, things that are part of their passing, stuff like that. So just know that when I'm doing the readings and stuff, any way they feel they can get my attention, they're gonna do it. Okay. Now, when I'm connecting and stuff, if you maybe don't hear from somebody tonight, it doesn't mean that everybody on the other side hates you. It doesn't mean they think you're ugly, nothing like that. Okay? It only means that, for whatever reason you didn't have a connection here tonight. It doesn't mean that your loved ones wouldn't come through the next time that you do this. It doesn't mean that if you had a private reading, your loved ones wouldn't come through. It doesn't mean that you can't connect with your loved ones on your own. It's just really just, it's kind of a bad analogy, but I'd say it's kind of like the zoo. Sometimes the animals, they don't come out to play, right? And unfortunately, that's just how it is. And so some spirits, you think, oh my God, they should be such a strong personality because they weren't, and they're just quieter. Just depends on a lot of things. I've also been told, and I do believe this, and I do know this to be true, that the people that have passed over, their souls are evolving over there, okay? They don't just go over there and do nothing. They're evolving, they're learning, they're working with their guides, they're working with whoever they connect with, and they're connecting with their sense of God and things like that. So they're learning things over there. So sometimes it's just, they may be working on something, it might not be the most optimal time to connect with them. There's all sorts of reasons. Sometimes it just depends the energy in the room. Sometimes I just think it's sort of there's spirits that are stronger, louder, just all those things. So just like I said, keep an open mind, and I think we will have a good experience and stuff like that. We have a couple of experiences tonight. So the first part, we're just going to do the general, this is for everybody. At a certain point, we're going to stop that, and we are going to do, we're going to start the VIP thing with the book signing, and there'll be a little bit more reading time for you guys, so we'll start that at some point. I do have another event, actually, in Grand Rapids in a couple months, so I actually did bring up sign-ups for that. I figured people might be interested in signing up for that, so we can talk about that a little bit later. But let's get through one event first. Maybe you won't like me, so I might have to go. Okay, so just real quick, I'd like to just do an exercise to get everybody connected and just kind of relax, because we want to connect with the energy in the room and just kind of wherever we came from today and what we were doing, we just kind of want to give ourselves time here. So I'd like if you can put both feet on the floor. And I'd like you to take just a couple of deep breaths. And let's just bring yourself to a peaceful place. This can be a real place, this can be a place of imagined, but I would like you to bring yourself to a peaceful place. When you're in this peaceful place, I just want you to really just concentrate on what you see, what you feel. I just want you to be comfortable in this place. And invite in your loved ones, your guides, your angels, whoever it is that you would like to connect with. Invite them to come forward. Invite them to be with you in this peaceful place. And as you're in this peaceful place, just ask your loved ones to be with you here, and just invite in anybody really that you want to connect with. And just thank them for being here with you, being with you always, being the source of guidance and that eternal love that we all share. We're just going to ask, too, for the most healing, helpful, empowering information to come through. We're just going to ask our loved ones to identify themselves in a way that we really do know that it's them. We're just going to have a good thought for everybody here, that we hear from the people that we need to hear from and speak to the people that we need to speak to. We just ask for God's help and Source's help in doing that. Okay? We can take a deep breath in. Let it out. Let's come back here. So we're going to begin. And I'm going to move around a lot. I'm also, I move around a lot from people, so I may come back to you several times. I'm also going to have my eyes closed, so you do need to speak up a little bit. Because I'm in sort of a trance state when I'm doing this, so I probably won't remember a lot of things. So it's a lot of moving around, a lot of talking, I have my eyes closed, so you do have to speak up. I know it's a little intense, but try digging. So, okay. We're going to get started. We have somebody coming through who is younger. I know this guy is a younger male. And just when I'm connecting with this person, I do feel a vehicle accident or car accident. I'm very aware that this person passed a vehicle or car accident. I also want to say that there's multiple connections with this person. So I feel like I'm looking for maybe I don't know if it's a whole family, so to speak, but there's definitely more than one person here that will know him. So I just want to say that I can just feel his energy goes to a lot of people. And I actually have to tell you, just when I'm standing here, I feel sort of directly in front of me. I feel like I am in this section. And I want to connect with the wife. Because he is, or the, I don't know if it's wife, girlfriend, I'm not saying, but there's a person that would be, because I see a big heart, so he's basically saying his soulmate, his lover, his whatever, his girlfriend, I do know that she's here. And you must have had a child today. Do you have a child, sweetie? Yes. Just so you know, he's just explaining to me that even if he's just explaining to me that even if He's just explaining to me that even though he's passed over, he's still going to be around you a lot, and he's saying that he's going to help with the daughter, and he's still very connected to you. I want to say I know that you were in a relationship, but I also feel very much that you were very, very good friends.
Yes.
And he's telling me that you knew each other's families. You guys were very connected long period of time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And also, there's another woman coming through. I don't know how close she would have been to her, but I do know that she's one of the people in the spirit world that works with you. She loves you very much. She's an older woman. I do believe on the mother's side, and the name is Mary.
Oh my God.
She's part of. I know that they're not the same family, but she's telling me that this must be kind of recent, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because she's making me feel like, she knows that this is so recent and stuff, and she's talking about how strong you are and how much you need some extra support right there, and she's explaining that. Now, I know I'm staying with you guys. I know I'm staying with your group, but I don't know if I'm going back to the younger person, the younger guy that died. I want to say that that I feel that maybe I'm going back to the younger guy. By the way, I want to say that he's very happy that you're here, and he's even telling me that he dressed up for the occasion. He shaved, and he's cleaned his nails. But he's very, very, very. Now I feel. Why am I saying Christmas?
He passed on the 22nd
so
of December.
Around Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. He showed me Christmas. One of the things he's saying is it's just because you. Okay, let me just tell you something because I was seeing something else, but I feel like this goes with somebody else, but it still is in your group somehow. So I'm seeing a tattoo with angel wings.
His cousin got a tattoo for him with angel wings on it, and I got a couple for him.
Okay, so you did get tattoos with angel wings?
None with wings.
Okay,
no.
yeah, but this is angel wing tattoos, so I don't know. Do you have any tattoo with angel wings?
No.
I don't know why I'm seeing I see angel wings, and then there's like a song, like almost like lyrics to a song, or like words.
I was going to get a tattoo for my mom with lyrics and angel wings.
Okay, but your mom's living?
Yes, but she has a brain tumor.
Okay, and you know what? I was just going to tell you, I think they're trying to bring up a certain situation or something. So maybe that is what they're talking about. So this is like an ongoing thing that you have with your mom. Like your mom has an illness. Then.
Yes.
And you were going to get the tattoo as just to honor her.
Yes.
And she must have had this she's had this for 10, 15, 20 years.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why they're bringing this up, but I feel like you've got the right thing that they're talking about. I don't know why it's being brought up that way. Some, they bring things up so I can really understand, things I'm going to understand. So, I don't know why that's being brought up. I want to say though, is she doing better?
Yeah.
Okay, she is doing better. I want to say also, I'm just getting this, but I feel. I just want to say also that I feel. Did you just have a birthday?
Yes, I did.
I see a birthday cake. And I want to say that. So you just recently had a birthday.
Yeah.
Okay. Now he's telling me that one of the things you worry about, or one of the things that's on your mind, is like, will your daughter remember her dad or something, or is it
Yeah.
Yes. And he's just, one of the things he's telling me is that, he's such a big energy. I feel like he's such a big energy that he will. She will. It may not be an unknowingness of certain events because she's so young, but there will be a remembering of her. And so now I want to just tell you, there will be a knowing of her and things like that. So I just want to explain. Is your dad's mother gone?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's Grammy. Never mind.
His great grandma. Or his grandmother is.
His grandmother. Okay.
Yes.
Did you know her?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's another woman here that's coming through. I don't know if she's connected. And I want to say, she's not an E, is she? That's okay.
There's an Aunt Eva.
Is she gone?
Yes.
Okay. So how is she connected to your family?
She's my dad's aunt. Great
Your
aunt.
dad's aunt. Okay.
Our
Did
great
you know her and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Just a lot of times when people come through, a lot of times I feel like there's so much focus on. I want to say also too, I'm seeing him skateboarding, so.
Yeah, he was.
He was. And I'm seeing also too, he wants you to know that he didn't suffer. He didn't suffer. I feel like this happened so quickly. He didn't suffer. And he's saying also that he just wants you to know that he didn't suffer. Now, another thing that I'm getting also, I want to just share with you, is So now I'm sort of tuning into the situation. I understand more what he's talking about and stuff. So had you not, am I right in saying you had you talked about your wedding, but you hadn't had your wedding yet?
Yes.
Okay. I want to just share this with you. He is telling me this, but I feel that, and you probably are not even really wanting to hear about this right now, but one of the things he is telling me is that at some point, there's going to be a time where you are going to connect, and you will connect again. This, I feel, basically he's telling me that there'll be another relationship for you. There's going to be somebody else that you're going to be involved with, and he's just sort of giving you his permission to that's okay. Like he wants, that's okay and stuff. Do you have a shirt of his?
Yeah.
Okay. He showed me also, and this is just one of the things he's showing me, but I just can sense there's such a connection with him and the daughter. Very connected. And I feel also, okay. Hold on. Do you notice lights in your house flicking? Do you notice things with the lights happening at all?
Not really the lights, no.
And how about, anything that I'm seeing is skiing or like doing things with the snow or things?
No, not really.
And who's the other girl that has a child or something? There's
my best friend, she's been spending time with me. It's also his niece's mom.
Okay, I understand. And he's also talking about, did he know your sister's kid?
Yes.
Okay. Because he's saying he's definitely going to, he'll watch over her too. I have to bring up the month of September.
That's when his birthday was.
Okay. And I want to say that he's just sharing this with me, but he's telling me that he knows, hold on one second. He knows that you just how much you. Hold on. Were there other people involved in this accident?
There were two.
Did nobody else passed over? Or something,
No.
Right? Okay. And yeah, he's explaining to me that he's just explaining. Hold on. He's just explaining to me that he wasn't scared. Now, hold on. Was the beard a big thing? He keeps going back to that. And he's saying that sometimes, I don't feel like this is going to be an all the time thing, but sometimes he's telling me that he's actually going to, I can't explain it, but you're going to somehow feel him, connecting with you in the morning or something. Like you might feel him like touching you or touching your head or something. You might feel things like that. I want to also say too, I feel like I'm going towards the back. And by the way, if I leave anybody, I very often will come back. So listen if you feel like something else, but I do feel there's another person coming through. I have a man coming through. Somebody's father, but I know the wife's here too. So it's like, I feel like it's like, I think it's mother and I think like the mother and the daughter are here or something, but I'm connecting more through the daughter at the moment, but I just feel like maybe the mom's here too. But I have a guy coming through, and I know he had cancer. I feel like I'm toward the back.